Hello everyone, this is Thanuja here. Hope you all are fine. Thanks for coming to the live here. I had to figure things out, so that's why it took some time, and now I'm all right to go. Yeah, first of all, I want to share something about me. I'm Thanuja Singam. I'm a dental student. I'm going to be 30 in 4 months, and I'm living in Germany since 2001. I'm living here, and I have written a book, my autobiography, in my mother tongue Tamil, and I'm planning to get it translated in English as well. So the works are going on. Otherwise, I'm a LGBTQ right activist on social media, and that's about it. That's about, and I'm a vlogger as well. I have my own YouTube channel, and so I just do, I just vlog, and I'm not an influencer, but I'm a vlogger, I would say. Yeah. So I've got some questions to answer you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer these questions. So thanks for having me here. The first question is, when is that you first realized that you are coming to womanhood? Is the question. So this question is kind of, yeah. How can I answer this question? Well, I was 3 when I could smell something wrong in my body. I mean, not in my body. I could feel that I was not in the right body. That was the feeling when I was 3, and I can't describe that feeling like coming to womanhood. It was not like that. It was a confusing stage, I would say. I was born in a male's body, and I had to live like a boy. This is how the society wants you to live as a trans woman. But I had no idea why I had the desire to play with girls and play with Barbie, and I was more attracted to girly things than manly things. So that was what I could realize when I was 3 or 4. But when I turned 13 or 12 in my teenage times, early teenage times, that was a time when I got to realize or got to think about all these non-manly things. Like, you have a straight man, and then you have all other categories. So I started researching about that, about how is it being a gay, or what does homosexual do, and who is homosexual. So I was searching for all these terms, and during that searching period, I got to know, I didn't got much information those days in 2004 2005. So I got to think I didn't know that I'm a trans woman. I thought I'm a homosexual man, and I'm attracted to men. So this is how I have to live. And those who really fight back with their family and become a woman, they become trans women. Otherwise, they still remain homosexual. This is what I thought. And later on, due to my research, and due to some of my friends, I got to know that I'm not a homosexual. I'm a trans woman, and yeah. So that was the starting point where I decided to go through the transition. So I think when I was 3, I could smell that I'm not in the right body, and when I was 11, 12, I started searching about trans women. So yeah, I think I answered the question. Question number 2. Have you seen any transgender when you were a kid? Yes, I lived in India. I grew up in India when I was a kid. And in Madurai, there was a big old history for trans women, and there was a huge culture for trans women. So those trans women who I saw when I was a kid, they all were performance. They all were Karagatam dancers, and there were here and there some Bharatanatyam performers as well. But Bharatanatyam wasn't they weren't so visible if it comes to dressing up. So all the Karagatam dancers were dressing up as a girl, and they were living their life as a girl as well, and this is how they made money. And yeah, so I have seen a trans woman when I was a kid, but I could never relay myself to them. I could never say these people are my kind of people and I'm one among them. I could never feel like that. I always felt like they are something different, I'm something different, because I was young. And the society taught me bad things about trans women, so I had the same opinion as well. And then I moved to Chennai when I was 10, and in Chennai, I saw the first time in Chennai, I saw the trans women who are begging on the streets and shops. So that was my first encounter in 2000. Yeah, That was my first encounter, and I was scared, but at the same time I was fascinated by them. Those who were in Chennai, because those in India, in Madurai, they were all traditional ones, and those in Chennai, they were kind of modern, and the way they walk on the street and the independency they had, nobody could stop them from being who they were. So I really loved that, and I used to look at them whenever I saw them on the street. So question number three. After that, did you had the guts to tell your parents? Well, after seeing the trans women on the street, no, I don't think none of the trans women get the guts to say their parents, I'm going to be like them. No, never. I mean, we all were scared to tell them, because in a family situation, you're dependent on your family members. Your dad is your breadwinner, your mom cooks, so you are in a safe zone, and nobody wants to lose that safe zone. So we all were scared to lose the safe zone. Same goes for me. I didn't want to lose the safe zone. I wanted to be in that zone and live a peaceful life. And I don't think every trans woman want to transition. What we think is we try to change ourselves. We try to make things better. And how can we make things better? We were born in a male's body, so we try to behave like a man. We'll try to kind of change our sexuality to, remain safe, because the family situation is very important for trans women. So I myself tried that as well. But once, the nature and the society tells you you can't change yourself, and even your mind says you can't, even nobody can change you, not a doctor, not the God who had made you. So I think that's the time when trans woman gets the guts to face their family. And I think not only the situation, I think the society's pressure, because when I was young at school, when I was a student, I used to get bullied by my co-students, and my friends used to laugh at me for my behavior. But I think these are all the points where you say, okay, if the society bullies me for who I am, then let me be me. Let me come out and say this is me, and I don't need to hide myself. So that gave me the guts to face my family. And thinking about future, when I was a teenager, 14, 15, I had to think about my future. I was thinking how my life's gonna end up, because when I get married, I will have a wife, children. I mean, I don't know whether I will have a children, but I will have a wife, and I don't think I can't live with a girl. So I don't want to hurt a girl's feeling. At the same time, I don't want to hurt myself as well. So that's the time when I got the guts to tell my parents that I'm not a guy like they thought. I'm a girl, so I want to go through this transition. Yeah. So question number 4, what was the reaction of your friends, family, relatives, and neighbors when you became transgender? Well, it's kind of funny. At my school, I got bullied. My co-students used to laugh at me and make fun about me, and this is how my school days were in Germany. And once I came out as a trans woman, all the reaction was like, oh my God, are you serious? I was like, you guys used to make fun out of me every day, literally every day at school. So now I'm coming out to you saying I'm a trans woman, I want to live my life as a woman. You don't believe that I'm a trans woman. They were like, no, we were just making fun out of you, but we never thought you are a trans woman or you are a gay boy. We were just making fun out of your feminine behavior, and we thought it will become normal and you will marry a woman. I said, no, I'm a trans woman. That's why the behavior came out of me. So the reaction of my friends was really funny. At the same time, the South Asian friends I had, mostly Tamil friends, they all left me because they were scared of their parents, and they all grew up in Germany. Most of them were even born in Germany. They all kind of quit their contact to me, and we still don't have contact. We see ourselves here and there, say hi and bye. That's it. And since then, they all left me, and I think that's a hard part for a trans woman to go through that, because in a minute for your decision, you want to be yourself, but in a minute you will lose all your friends, and that's traumatizing. So many trans women has to go through that. Coming to family's reaction, well, South Asian family is always like that. They are proud to have a son than a daughter. So we celebrate son more than a daughter. So My family was the same. So they wanted a son more than a daughter. So my mom wanted to keep her son. So she was fighting, she was battling with me to keep her son. But the battle ended when I had the surgery done. So I think family's reaction will be always like that. Some of my family members were okay from the beginning. Like my sister, she said, "It's your life, live your life," and I have nothing to say. But some still tried to, convince me. And so I answered about friends and family and neighbors. Well, I think my neighbors had nothing to say. I mean, in Germany, neighbors have nothing to say. So they just mind their own business. Yeah. Question number 5. After knowing that you are a transgender, did your parents accept you or rejected? As I said, I think I answered the question in my earlier answer. South Asian parents always love to keep their son and they don't like a daughter. So that's why there was a huge battle. And I think no parents want to have a transgender daughter at home or transgender son at home. They want to have a normal son, get them married, get dowries, and celebrate a big party. This is what all the South Asian parents loves to have. And I was a problem child, and yeah, they had a problem. So they didn't accept me from the beginning, but they ignored what I was doing. And it took them time, it took them years to accept me, and the acceptance came slowly. Yeah, I have to gain the acceptance. Yeah. Okay, what was the reaction of the general public when you went to the public place? During my early stage, when I was going through the transition, I was a very manly teenager because I had hit the puberty, because I couldn't get the hormones here legally, because you have to go through the doctor. There's a huge procedure, so I couldn't get the hormones. I was a manly child, a teenager. So I had to dress up. The government, when you go through the procedure, you have to go through a proper procedure here. It's a package. You go to the doctor, then psychologist, and then urologist, and then gynecologist. You get to get your hormone replacement therapy. So once you are in a hormonal psychological therapy, you have to go through this daily challenge, it's called. You have to dress up as a girl without any hormone in your body and go through your live your life for a year as a girl, as a woman. So that was a very hard stage for me, because being a very manly teenager, dressing up as a girl, and having facial hair growing every day, you have to shave them. And I had no idea about makeup. And those days, there wasn't much makeup products for dark skinned people. So it was a very, very hard time. And people used to laugh at me. People used to show their finger at me, saying things about me. So what I did was just ignoring that and going through my life. So yeah, it was a very hard time. And people's reaction was really bad. And I think it will always be like that. And I hope we are trying to change that. We are trying to tell the people, if you see someone, a trans woman doesn't mean a perfect, good looking woman with a nice feminine feature. She can be masculine looking, or she can, be visible. You can see them, right? But it doesn't mean you have to bully them or discriminate them, because during that stage they go through a very hard time. So I think that's very important for the society to know, not to bully them during any stage of their transition. Yeah. Question number 7. How you named you as Thanuja Singam, and where did you get the name? Well, it's a funny question. Singam is my dad's name, my father's name. It's a long name, so I just shortened it up. I just took the last name, Singam. Yeah. So that's my family name. And Thanuja is similar to the name I had before. In all the Tamil names, they have a feminine version as well. For example, Satyakala, so you can have a male and female version. Or Ruben Ruby is the best example for that. So my name was similar, so yeah, I just took a letter from my old name. I think it was easy for me because I haven't chosen this name. The name was given even when I was born, so their parents have chosen this name. I just took an N out of it, and that's how I became Thanuja. And I think it was very emotional to me because my parents have chosen this name. So I'm not changing my entire identity. I'm just making it look girly. That's it. So I didn't change my entire character and entire body. I just changed some parts. Same goes to my name. I just took a letter from my name. So basically, I didn't become a new person. I'm still the same Tanuja you have seen at school, you have met, you have been friends with. I just took a letter which irritated me. So I think that's all. I think this is the answer for our transitioning. You don't change your entire body. You just change parts which is irritating you, which is not making you happy. That's it. So that's how I have chosen this name. And when I came out, many trans women used to have all the stars name, like movie stars name, but I wasn't a fan of that. So that's how I have chosen this name. Question number 8. What was it like coming out to friends and family? I think I answered the question. I answered this question in my early answer. It was hard, as I said. Some left me, some were there, and I have made some new friends. And yeah, it will always be a struggle, because those days people weren't much aware of trans women. Today, many awareness are there, but those days it was really hard. And I think it was even harder for people who transitioned in the 90s and the 80s. But in my term, at the same time, it was hard for me too. So yeah, it wasn't easy. Question number 9. What was the procedure of operation you had? These are questions which has been raised to trans women easily. People go and ask them questions like, what kind of procedure you had? I think this is the wrong question to ask. I mean, that's a personal thing for a trans woman. But I'm in activism. I want to explain stuff to people. So that's why, for me, it's okay to answer this question. But I recommend everyone not to ask a trans woman what kind of procedure you had, because I think it's kind of a personal question. I had a gender reassignment surgery, which is called SRS. So I had it in 2010. Next year, it's going to be 10 years. So I'm 10-year post-operated. And I had my breast enhancement surgery in 2014. So these are the two procedures I had to become a woman. Yeah. Procedure. Question number 10. How were you treated in school, college, and office? Okay, as I said, school, I had been bullied because I was a boy in a girl trapped in a male's body. And then college, that was the time when I started my transition. And more guys especially, they had built a wall between me and them. They kind of isolated me. They didn't want to do anything with me or talk to me or interact with me or help me. Nothing. There was no interaction with me and the male students at college. Girls were really nice. I grew up in a multicultural place, and I had girls from all over the world, like Turkish, Albanian, Afghanistan, everyone. So they were very kind and nice towards me. They helped me throughout my transition. They even took me to shopping and showed me what kind of dress I can buy. So I had a good time at college with the girls, but the boys kind of isolated me because, boys always used to think, when I talk to a trans woman, I become a gay. That's what they think. So you don't become gay when you talk to a trans woman. You have to be born that way to become a gay or trans woman. So you can still talk to a trans woman. So don't be scared, guys. Yeah. Question number, office, I would say I have never been in an office, but as I'm in a medical field, I used to work in clinics. Nowadays, I don't tell anyone that I'm a trans woman because I think it's something personal. At an office, I just want to do my work. That's it. Nothing else than that. So I think my personal stuffs or my past is not important at the office. At the same time, it goes for cisgender as well. I think every cisgender won't go to the office and say that they're divorced or how many boyfriends they had or what kind of procedure they had on the body. So I think it's personal. At the same time, for a trans woman, it's personal to keep her past for herself. Yeah. And question number 11. In the function, how you were treated? After transitioning, people avoid calling us to a function. Even though if we get invited, my parents don't let me go because they feel like they don't want me to get insulted. So my mom used to say, don't go there. That's what I face at the functions. But whenever I go to places, before 2016, I wasn't openly a trans woman. I was just hiding my past and living my life. But after 2016, I came out as a trans woman, and After that, I didn't had a hard time because people knew who I was, and it wasn't a big drama. But before that, being a uh, being not being openly a trans woman, it was hard for me because whenever someone recognized something, I go through a very hard time. You know, mentally, I go through a very hard time. So that wasn't easy, and but still, people couldn't recognize me as a transgender. So yeah, this is how I survived before 2016. After 2016, things were easy. Yeah. So, going to the question number 12, how adoption of transgender happens. We don't adopt a child. We have the Guru Chela system. It's a Guru Chela Parambara, we call it. It's a Jamaat system. So, we just take a Chela, we just take a junior. So, it's more like a senior junior system. It's not adoption. So, we take them as a daughter or junior, so we teach them how to survive in this world, because we have faced so much of difficulties in our life. So we are just giving out experience. What we faced, we just giving them to the junior, so they don't face the same what we have faced, and how to overcome all the depression and the problems what they face in their life. So this is how we do. And the typical ritual is we give a sari to a young girl. So that's how we take a daughter. So back in the 80s and 90s, when the trans women can't survive in Tamil Nadu, they used to run away to Bombay. So once a young boy or young girl trapped in a male's body run to Bombay, the first thing what they get is a sari from their guru. So that's a nice gesture. So we still do the gesture. We don't do it with the old sari from a guru. We just buy a new sari and give away with some nice flowers and bangles, and yeah, that's how we perform the ritual with all the elders. Yeah. So this is how the ritual goes. Question number 13. What do you wish people understood about you? Well, as I said, don't raise unwanted question to a trans woman. I think the question, it comes from the curiosity. People want to know about a trans woman. At the same time, you have to understand the trans woman goes through a personal psychological drama. So when you come up with questions, and it's kind of she kind of feels like you are harassing her, so you can't expect her to react always happily. So that's why I want the society to give kind of respect to a trans woman's privacy. Yeah. So we respect cisgender's privacy. At the same time, we want that as well. If a trans woman didn't want to tell you that she's a trans woman, don't force her to tell. Let her be. Give her the time. She needs the time, so give her the time. Don't force her. Same thing goes for the surgery and all the procedure what she does. Don't force her to do that and this. Don't force her to live the way you want. Let her, because it's not an easy way. She goes through a hard time to become who she is. And if you come up with question, and if you come up with opinion, and if you come up with suggestion, you put her in a mentally, you put her in a very critical stage, and that's really bad. So yeah. So 14, are there transgender children? Well, I don't understand this question, but I think there are children who are trapped in a male's body, or there are there are boys who are trapped in a girl's body. There are, yeah. So, question number 15. What about the law? Are transgender people protected? Well, in many countries, laws are there and laws are protecting trans women, but the society doesn't care about the law. Even in Germany, we have many protection for trans women, but from the law, we have many protection, but the society doesn't respect it. And if you face any discrimination, you can't go to the police station every day. In a daily life basis, we get insulted, we get bullied, we get things said, but you can't go to the police station every day to climb a case, so to file a case. So I think the law's there, awareness is not there. So we have to create awareness. Law, I'm thankful because the law protect us somehow, but we have to work from the society to give that awareness. So laws are there, but the society awareness is not there. Mm, what is the transgender equal? Why is transgender equality important? Well, it is very, very important because we live in a democracy, okay? That's why I don't like the term third gender. It's a democracy. We all live in a democracy. Democracy says all are equal. There is no one better or no one not better. So we all are the same. So I think that's why equality is very, 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 very important. Because through equality, you can give them the feel that these people are important. Because many trans women think that they are something not special, that they don't deserve to live in this world, and that's why they get depressed and get suicidal thoughts. So you have to give them the equality to make them feel I'm worth it. So that's why the equality is important. And moreover, if it comes to workplace, equality is important because all workers are the same. So if you show them the equality and give them that, you will see the difference in the trans community. More and more trans women will come forward to get along with the cisgender community. So that's why the equality is very important. And I'm a woman, and I don't want to be genderized. So first, second, third, I don't support that. I'm just a woman. That's it. And if you want to know about my past, I'm a trans woman. But now I'm a woman, and I have gone through a transition procedure to become a woman. That's it. Yeah. Question number 17. So you know that you can't give birth to a child, then why are you going through this painful process of surgery? Well, I think this is kind of an ignorance of the society. I think if you take a woman, society want women to give birth. I tell you guys, womanhood is not all about giving birth to a child. There is much more than giving birth to a child. There are so many women in this world, they can't have a child, but they are living happily. Child doesn't give you happiness. Happiness you have to search in within yourself. Okay, most of the women, they get their child when they get married. Does it mean they are happy after having a child? No, they were even happy before having a child. And most of the cases, many women are even happy before they got married and before they had the child. So you can't compare having a child with happiness. In my case, or in many trans women's case, we go through this procedure to become a woman to make ourselves happy. First of all, me, myself comes first. Second thing is having a family, having a boyfriend, having a children, having. But the first thing is, first preference is making my soul happy, myself happy. So that was the first thing. That's why we go through this procedure. We don't go through all this procedure to make a man happy or to have a children, to have a beautiful life. No. If you do so, if a trans woman do all this to become happy with the husband and a family, that means she's not living her life, she's living for someone else, and that doesn't go well. So she will be traumatized later on. So you have to do it for yourself, not for someone else. So I think I never wanted a child. I love children. If I if I could adopt a child, I would love to adopt and raise a child. But I think it's not necessary. I'm happy the way I am. I think many trans women are happy the way they live, and they don't need a child. But society kind of force all this stigma towards them to have all this life. But I beg up on the society, don't force us to have children. Please provide them works, provide us a normal life, give us a place to stay, support us. That's what we want. Don't force us to have a husband and have a children. No, we don't want that. We just want equality, and we just want a normal life. That's it. A normal gender fight maybe 50%. A trans woman has to fight 150%. She has to put 150% to get where she is. Please make it easier for us. That's what we want. Children and husband, we don't want that. That's the next thing. First thing is surviving. We just need to think about our surviving. Question number 18. What are the laws gives you rights and protect you from exploitation and harassment? There are, every country has different laws. Some country even doesn't even bother about trans women. There are some laws like, we can change our name, we can change our identity, we can go through the procedure, and, even in Tamil Nadu, you can get the surgery for free. Even in Germany, we get the surgery for free, but the procedure we go through, we have to prove them that we are trans women. So these are the laws which kind of protect us. There are even law which says you can't discriminate LGBTQ people or at the workplace. But I think, as I said earlier on in my answer, laws are there, society awareness is not there. It doesn't bring you anything having a law but no awareness. Same thing goes for casteism. There are law which says you can't discriminate someone due to their caste, but at the same time there is no awareness in the society. Still people get harassed at workplace for who they are, what kind of background, caste background they come from. So I think the same goes to trans women. No matter how many laws you have, lack of society awareness, still discrimination is happening. So question number 19, what do you want to tell this world about you and all your sisters in all over the world, especially about your younger generation? What I want to say, I think I have gone through a lot. I mean, the generation before me had a very different lifestyle. I'm a new generation, 2006, 2007 generation who has started the transition. We were educated, we had skills, we were talented, and we have gone through a very long and very hard procedure, very difficult procedure to become who we are. And that path was very traumatizing, and many of my sisters are still traumatized and depressed, and they don't know how to live their life and how their future is going to be. I want the society to make the make the transition procedure comfortable for us. Don't bully us. Don't insult us. If you want to talk about us, do it when we are not around you. Don't do it when we are there. That hurts and that pulls us down. You know, we are motivated to come out and face the world. But if you do so, we won't be motivated anymore. Some even committed suicide because of all this stigma, discrimination. So that's what I wish from the society. If you can't encourage us, no problem. I respect your opinion. I don't force you to encourage me, but don't discourage anyone. That's bad. That's what I want, you know. If you say, I don't support trans women, I don't like them, no problem. But you don't need to hurt them. Okay? I don't like cisgender who discriminate me, but I don't hurt them. That's your opinion. I respect that. Then please respect my opinion. That's what I want from the society. Younger generation, yes, education is the tool to open the world's door. So educate yourself. No matter how much struggle you face at school, educate yourself, because if you can't face your co-students, co-pupils, when you come out of the college or when you come out of the school and start your transition, you will face a big world, which is very cruel, which is very bad, which will even kill you. So if you can't face your co-student, you won't face this world. So stay at the school, no matter how cruel they are towards you, how harsh words they tell towards you. Stay there, get your education done, and get your go to places where you want to stay. Earn much, earn good, earn in a good way. This is how you can change the society, and this is how you will keep yourself safe. So that's what I want from the younger generation. Question number 20, what's your view about the Kuvagam Aravan festival? I think that festival is amazing festival, because I don't think any other culture has a beautiful festival like this, where millions and millions of trans women gather together. So I think it's a very special festival for us, and I think that festival made me famous. So I'm very thankful to that place, Kuvagam, and the temple and my sisters. So, and that's a chance to meet my sisters as well. It has a myth story from Mahabharata. If you see it in a religious way, I have many questions about that. But apart from that, it's a gathering. It's a happiness where we get together, where we talk, where we share our suffer and pain. So I think it's a very, very, very special festival. I really love that. I'm looking forward to go there next year, because this year due to Corona and last year due to Corona, the festival didn't took place. So I'm looking forward to go there next year. So I love the festival. Yeah. Question number 21. Some people around the village are asking to stop the festival and giving the reason as the younger generation would get spoiled by seeing the transgender who came to the festival. What do you think about this statement? I think you got the statement from the 101 Kuvagam Festivals documentary part 1. I think the question was answered in part 2, where I was the protagonist. But the part 1 is, I would say, this is what the society made out of a trans woman. You know, if a trans woman is a sex worker, the society made it. You guys stop them from studying. You guys push them from push them from the family. You guys throw them on the street. So what do you expect them to do? If a trans woman want to be a part in this Kuvagam festival, she will go through so many harassment. I didn't go there to make money out of sex work, but my hotel door was knocked as well, because it wasn't knocked from a trans woman, it was knocked from men. So once we open the door, a stranger will be staying there and be like, would you come? I will pay this. I'll be like, sorry, and then shut the door, you know? So I think even when my community doesn't want to go on sex work, men invite them. So I think the fault goes on both the side. I think none of these documentary people could get an interview from a man who is going for a trans woman, his opinion, because we live in a society where men who goes for sex work doesn't talk openly. You know, they still hide their face. They go, have fun, hide their face and run away. But I respect my sisters who are strong enough to give the interview, you know, to tell them, yes, I'm a sex worker, I work there, this is how I make money. They answered the question. They were strong enough to face the society. Why did these men, why were they not strong to face the society? You could have interviewed the men, so you might have known what the men does with these girls, right? So I think we live in this society, we always love to blame trans women, but we don't blame men. That's why. So if it comes to sex work and if it comes to all this nasty nightlife thing, it's not only one side, you have another side. These men are equally involved in this scene as well. So as I said, 80% of trans women don't go there to make money. We just go to gather, have fun with our sisters, to have that spiritual energy, to have the positive energy. But 20% get exploited and exploit themselves as well. So I think both the side are involved, and not only trans women. So when the village want to blame, they have to blame their village men as well. These men are from their village, not from a different village. They are from Vilupuram, they are from Kuvagam. These men use this opportunity to have sex with these trans women. So you have to blame both the side, not only the trans women. And my door was knocked as well, and I wasn't working. So, yeah, question number 22. What was your possibility of hobby on your summer vacation? Well, nice question. I travel a lot. I love to travel and I love to explore the world. So mostly on summer vacation, I used to travel. Last year I went to Paris. I have a cousin brother in Paris. So I went there and stayed there, with his house. And he still cooks in a South Indian way, all the dishes. And yeah, I love to stay with him because I live alone. So I don't cook much. So when I go there, he cook a fiesta meal. So I love to enjoy it. Yeah. So this is how I spend my summer vacation. Otherwise, I used to travel to Asia, and I have some wish list. I love to travel to Morocco or Egypt. These are countries which are on my wish list. So that's my summer vacation plans. Once the corona is over, I will be planning to fly. Question number 23. What about your studies and career? As I said, I'm in dental studies. My aim is to become a dentist, so I'm working towards that. And it's a long procedure. It's a very expensive procedure as well. But I'm happy to go through this career path because at the end I have an ambition. Because most of the trans women, once you have your transition done, you have no ambition. You have no aim. So you will be confused, and that's the depression stage starts. So I had this ambition. So no matter how much it costs, how long it takes, I will go through that. So it is good for my soul and my mind, for my mental health. At the same time, I can earn money. So yeah, that's my future plan and my career. I will be in this medical field. I always wanted to be in this medical field, so I will stay there. Yeah. Yeah. Question number 23. What about your studies and okay, I answered the question. Question number 24. How you got idea of starting a YouTube channel and how it gives responses? Well, as I said, before 2016, I wasn't an open, I didn't come out as a trans woman. After 2016, I came out. I mean, after 2017, if you want to say it correctly. Once the documentary got released, before the documentary, I was living a secret life. Once the documentary was released, I was scared. I was kind of shy because I didn't know how the world's gonna take a very strong and very, open, very a trans woman who speaks open, who speaks out of her mind. I didn't know how a loud trans woman. I didn't know how the society is gonna take it, but the society took it in a good way, and the documentary was a success. And I think it's more than a millions of views it got. So after that, I got the guts to face the world. So that's when I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel on my birthday in 2017, and I didn't do much videos. It just started slowly. I have faced harassment. I have been bullied. I have been cyber bullied, but it was a long procedure. It was like a study. I studied it. I just went through that. It was like a career. So it took up slowly. Today, people support me. People see me as a transgender icon. People take me as their inspiration. People take me as their role model. Not only trans people, even cisgender, even youngsters. And many of my speech has been shown in universities. Yeah, that's so amazing, because I think I don't do the videos in English because there are so many English speaking trans women doing videos in English, educating people. I'm thankful to that. Even I got educated to all the videos which was there in 2016, 2006 and 2007. And I decided to do it in Tamil because at the same time I can be protected, because the German crowd won't watch my videos, so I still can be a woman in my private life. At the same time, I can educate my South Indian or Indian Tamil or Sri Lankan Tamil or Tamil, let's say Tamil, my Tamil community. So I think I was the first trans woman to come out and say about my surgery, explain about our hormone replacement therapy, and I think that helped many people in many ways. And it has been, as I said, shown in university, and it was spoken at schools and universities. I think that's very special. I'm grateful to that. So yeah, it has the response was really amazing. So yeah, they even invite me to their houses. They love me. They shower love towards me. Yeah. What's your future ambition? Question number 25. I think I answered the question. My future ambition is to become a dentist, and I will be in the medical field. I won't change the field. And my trans juniors or my trans daughters are growing up. I want them to live in a good place and be successful. At the same time, my third generation, my juniors generation, I want them to educate themselves and to be in a good place. I want to guide many youngsters. That's my intention. And through my autobiography, I think I have said everything what I want to say. And my next ambition is to live peacefully and educate the world slowly. That's it. And make this world a beautiful place. I wasn't born in a beautiful world, but I think I can make a beautiful world before I leave this world. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And thank you guys. Thanks for the question, and thanks for watching this live video for almost 43 minutes. You guys have been watching this. I thank you for watching this, and I thank everyone for this opportunity, and love you all. Hope this video could educate you all. My last wish is, as I said, if you can't encourage a trans woman, no matter trans woman, no matter divorced woman, no matter single woman, no matter a woman who can't have children, all these people who get discriminated in this society, if you can't encourage them, no problem. That's your opinion. We respect that. Don't discourage them. Don't insult them. Don't make their life hard. That's what I wish from you guys. Otherwise, everything is fine. If you can't encourage, just do your business. They will survive, okay? But don't discourage anyone. Don't insult or discriminate anyone. Let's make this world a nice place. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Take care. Signing off from you all, guys. Thanuja Singam. Please subscribe this channel. Please like this video. And thank you. And please place your comment below. I will check it out. Bye-bye.